Ladies and gentlemen, the time is finally here. DayZ standalone is finally out. Right now, it's in early access alpha gameplay mode. You can get it on Steam right now for $30 or $29.99 for those of you who do not like to round up. But I've been waiting for this game for a while. I remember whenever they first announced the standalone, they're like, we're going to try and have it out by like summer or something, and I thought, no, do not rush this game. It will be terrible, and I will not want to pay for that. So once I finally realized that it was going to take them a long time to make the game, I felt a little bit better about it, and I was happier that they're going to take their time, make a good game that's more complete, less bugs. So here we have it. The alpha you can play now. It's out. I'm going to kind of give my thoughts on it after playing it last night for like 8 hours. Give my thoughts on it and just show you guys a little bit of stuff. So right away, this is what you guys need. This is the number one thing you need to realize when you are watching this video and talking about DayZ Alpha. You know, it is, read this note. This is the first thing you see when you turn on the game. Early access game. Blah, 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 blah. There's going to be a lot of bugs, unfinished features, problematic designs. It's just not going to work. It's going to run badly, etc., etc. So only play this if you have extremely low expectations or you want to help post bugs. If you want to play the game, find a bug, go to dayzgame.com and post the bugs. I've already found like 7 bugs last night just from playing a little bit. So if you want to do that, help the game improve itself, do that. That'll be great. But don't play this game expecting it to be a finished product and bitch because it sucks, because it does suck right now. I'm just going to throw that out there. If you want to play DayZ from Arma 2 the mod. It's much better than this is right now. But that's not to say this doesn't have a lot of potential. So here we go. Setup, I like the opening here. It's really cool. You get your little DayZ old school logo that one guy that made for free from the community was awesome that's still there. You get your character that just appears here, which is cool. If you just hit play, it automatically load you into the last server you were playing in, which is a cool feature. That's really awesome. You can change your server, which is really cool. You can label favorites. Internet shows you all the servers. You can check your history. Friends list. This is a huge improvement as well. You can see if a friend's online and just join the server he's on, which is huge. I mean, that's probably normal for most multiplayer games on computer, but that didn't exist in Arma 2 DayZ mod. It was a pain in the ass to try and figure that out. So that exists now. That is really cool. That's one small feature that they added here that I really loved. So let's back out of this and just hit play. I'll probably, now we're going to load into the last server I was in, Rowdy, and I'm instantly going to walk into the problem that I had playing this game last night. And you got to notice, like, the load times are insanely fast compared to what it was like in old school DayZ. The load times were like, sometimes they took forever to go into server. It was laggy as shit. So that was a problem. But now here's the current problem. Like I said, this is an alpha. Last night I became unconscious for whatever reason. Like I was drinking water, I was eating food, I was doing everything I was supposed to. I was just running like normal. And all of a sudden I went unconscious. And then I've been unconscious. I sat unconscious for I think 2 hours last night, just letting it run. And I turned on this evening after I get from work. I'm still unconscious, not surprised. And my friend tried to use an epinephrine pen on me. That didn't work. So, I mean, if epinephrine doesn't work, you're just SOL. So, I guess I'm screwed and I'll just respawn. So, you can just respawn, which is a nice feature. Yes, I'm going to die. Fun stuff. So, get that out of the way. That happened to me. That was really annoying because I met up with my friend. We were at the Northwest Airfield. It was good shit. So, it's nighttime, as you can see. There's the moon. And there's the water. And you can see your breath, which is a cool little feature. But so another thing, keep in mind for the alpha is there's almost no zombies anywhere. I played last night for, like I said, 8 hours, and I saw 5 zombies. And I ran through town after town, Cherno, Electro, Northwest, everywhere, 5 zombies. So there's just no zombies anywhere to be seen. So don't expect to see very many zombies. You're not going to be shooting zombies to survive. At this point, it's like I said, it's heavily based on finding bugs and getting just shit to work. So first off, let's talk about the inventory system. You can hit tab and it brings up your inventory. This is a nice little feature here because you can actually have up your inventory while you're running, moving around, which is nice. So first thing you want to do is put your battery inside your flashlight, and then you can use your flashlight, drag it down to your hands, and then there you go, you get a flashlight. So there's a lot of customization and modding of items and crafting in this game, from what I can tell so far. So then you got your little, let me go third person here. You hit enter on your numpad to go third person, by the way, because that some players who've never played the original DayZ on Arma 2 probably don't know that. But anyways, here I am. You hit F twice to turn on your flashlight, hit spacebar to equip it or whatever, hold it up, and there you go. Good stuff. Double F to turn it off again. Next up, let's talk about this new pickup system. So normally, there's no items around here. Actually, I can just drop an item. Let's just drop this guy. I think I can, let's see, can I just do that? Yep. So that drops him. So I threw my flashlight on the ground. It's right here. So there's my flashlight. Now, normally you'd have to like look at the flashlight and then like scroll and then pick it up, right? But now there's this really cool feature where you just walk up next to it, hit tab, opens up your inventory, and on the left you see this little vicinity thing. That just shows you all the items around you. And you can just quickly, you know, drag it over here, do all that shit, put it here, and it's that easy. You don't have to like dick around with picking up shit. It was really annoying in Arma 2 DayZ mod, but they seem to have fixed that. So that's a really cool feature. You have shoes and clothes, you can get hats and various other things you can pick up. I've even seen pens, paper, you can write notes. I've seen some people already found some pretty funny notes. The second I can actually write my first note, I'll definitely do that. But the game runs really smooth. I definitely think they've improved the performance of it. They have a leap, as you can see, built in, so you can just jump right over fences, which is a cool feature. That was in one of the DayZ Arma 2 mods. I think DayZ 1 did that. So it's nice that they added that. But the game runs a lot smoother. It's nighttime now, which is, you know, pretty standard because it's nighttime here in Central United States of America. But yeah, like I said, no zombies anywhere, so there's not much you can really do. You can kind of, mostly you're just testing movement, mechanics, picking up items and shit. No vehicles either. You know, it's funny, I played last night and everybody was pretty friendly. It was like, this really brought me back to the very first time I started playing the original DayZ mod, like back when there were only like 20 servers. It was so new. Almost everybody was really nice. But after a while, the more and more people played DayZ, it just seems like just the more hardcore, just PvP guys were the only ones left alive, which is fine. But it was really fun last night playing in the alpha, like just walking up to people like, hey, what's up, dude? And no one was like just shooting people on sight. It was kind of fun. Another difference is there's a lot of melee weapons in this game. So there's like, I found a axe, I found a shovel, I found, what else? A wrench, which is good for, you know, fixing cars, I would assume, in the future. There's a description of each item once you pick it up to kind of give you an idea of what you need to do with it. So the one complaint I have about this the game right now is, I mean, it's a small complaint, but you notice they got rid of the icons on like the bottom right side of the screen, which is like your blood, how much water, how much food you've had, and a little meter. I thought it was pretty, I liked that way they did it. I like how they showed it. I thought it was basic, simple, right to the point. You knew, okay, I've got 50% food I can eat now, blah, 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 blah. It's easy to figure out. Now they've got these little messages that pop up in the bottom left, and you have to like figure out, okay, what does this mean? And it's just not as absolute as I like. And right now, I think it's bugged because, for example, like on the bottom left, a little white piece of text will come up and kind of give you an idea of what your character's feeling. He'll say something like, I'm thirsty, or I feel worn out. And right now, I mean, obviously, the ones that say I'm thirsty means you're thirsty. And then to fix that, you just drink water. But you really don't have like a timeline in your head of like how long till I have to drink again, etc., etc. And not to mention that is bugged right now because last night I literally walk up to a well. I walked up to a well and drank like a whole canteen of water. And I drank it a whole bunch and it still said I was thirsty after drinking a whole canteen of water. So it's definitely not working. And that was one of the reasons probably I went unconscious, even though I was drinking and eating everything I should have been. But, so that's another bug you have to deal with. And of course there's stuff pops up like I'm hungry, my head hurts, blah blah blah. Just it's like your little bitch box. Down the bottom left is where your little character's bitching the whole time, telling you how miserable he is. So that's an issue, but maybe they'll bring back an option to. Actually, I think I read the patch notes today that where the newest patch they're going to give an option to temporarily like bring up those icons. Because if I can disable that text box and just bring up those icons temporarily, I think that'll be really cool. Because I like the idea of a no user interface screen, just your dude and then a cursor or crosshair. I think that's a really cool design aspect, and having that UI being up there. Maybe those icons only appear if you're like really red or something like that. That would be cool. But anyways, seems to run smooth. I met up with some friends. The servers were really stable. There was one bug that happened that caused everyone in the server to crash. So that was an issue, but we reported that. The spawn locations are mostly the same. I did spawn in Novi Sabor last night out of like my 3 spawns. But most of the time it's still along the beach. The maps is still generally the same, but there's a lot of different things in different locations. So it's definitely a modified map from what you're used to in your Chernaroos map from DayZ Mod 2. And this is just like, for me, this is like the beginning of the next level of DayZ, and I'm super pumped about it. I've been waiting for this to come for a while, and it just kind of dropped on our doorstep, so to speak, today. And you're going to see a lot more DayZ videos from me in the future. This is kind of what I've been waiting on to get back into DayZ, and now that I have it, I'm going to be really looking forward to making more DayZ content for you guys. Doing, videos of just about everything I do in DayZ. You guys know what kind of stuff I do. Shooting people, just doing funny stuff, sneaking up on people, watching people from afar, killing each other, helicopter raids, all kinds of crazy shit. Sniper shooting, exploring. Really love exploring in DayZ. So that's kind of my general thought on DayZ Alpha right now. Play it if you really want to help make the game better, report bugs, or you're just super curious, go for it. Definitely do that, but don't expect, bells and whistles, because there are none to be seen. You may get a flute. A recorder. That's what I did. Flute's too fancy of a word. This is like a recorder, no bells and whistles, just a flute. So, yep, that's it. That's it for my little DayZ Alpha, pre-alpha, first thoughts. And expect more DayZ content from me. Subscribe, feel free to do that. I'll see you guys later.